Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to Petervill Farm. Hey, look what we got. We got a dang old combine harvester. I'm all up in the air on this map. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's a different kind of map. It's a new kind of map. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll figure something out. And we will come back to Holzer map. I haven't abandoned Holzer map. I've taken a step away from it for a minute. So we got a couple things in here, things that we don't use too often. I got the little hook lift trailer. It's got a grain tipper on it, and then we also got a slurry sprayer. We're going to be using those in a minute. I got a dolly. Well, there's a little foreshadowing. What you got a dolly for, Will? Because we got a truck and a trailer. That is parked right over here. And we have been mowing and raking and baling. Here's our truck and trailer. Now, the reason I got this, man, I'm all over the map. I'm because it's a farm sim and it's got maps. I'm all over the map. Let me show you what we got, and then I'll try to explain to you what I got going on. And then this is the other thing I got. I got a 3-axle hook lift. I will probably sell one of these two trucks. I don't know if we'll keep both of them, but I mowed, and we have, I don't know, about 1 billion bales all over these fields now. And I thought the quickest way to get them down to the barn to sell them is going to be the biggest trailer that we can get, which is the trailer on the tractor trailer, on the articulated lorry. So let me see. We own two, I guess, fields, 27 and 28, but we also own these two fields right in here. This is I want to say this is our sheep meadow. And I think this is where the cows go. I don't know. Like Holzer, I feel like even though the cow barn is over here, the cows actually spawn here. So when you look, this is what we mowed so far. I saved one field to mow on camera, but this is what we mowed, and we just got bales and bales and bales. We've got crops in field 41, barley, I believe. Yep. And other than that, we don't have any money growing right now. So I thought the best thing for us to do is make silage, right? We've got grass, let's make silage. Now these two fields, this one and the one just west of here, are meadow grass and can't be fertilized. But then 27 and 28, I did get one layer of fert on them, so that is 130%. But it's a crazy number of bales. But this is the best way for us to get money quickly. Reason being, we don't own the BGA at the moment, so there's no place to sell, at least that I know of, there's no place to sell bulk silage. We can only sell it as bales at the barn. I hope. I haven't even tested it yet. So let us get in this truck and take some bales over and sell them and see what we get for a load of bales. And I am going to use auto load. I do, sometimes. Right. We go here. We say round bales. Turn that off. Turn that on. And, it doesn't matter. There's so many of them, it doesn't matter. We're going to fill this thing probably 2 or 3 times. Let's get these couple over here by the entrance, because I don't know if we're coming back this way. Right, so I am sort of up in the air on this farm. I love farm sim. I'm still not too happy with FS19, but I love farm sim. I love the concept of it. But I've always been, going back to 15, I want to say, I've always been a little bit sort of put off by the fact that you can make so much money just with grass. It feels like something sometimes that needs fixed. Because really, the most profitable crop you can grow, sometimes it feels like it's grass. You don't need a combine harvester. You don't need a planter, a seeder. You don't need any of that stuff. Just plant. Well, you don't even have to plant it. Most maps, it comes with it. Just mow grass and sell it for silage. And you'll make tons of money. But what fun is that? So without seasons, because every map starts with, I guess, trying to make money instead of trying to prep fields, We've just been doing a lot of grass work. We're doing grass work on Meadow Grove as well. It's sort of a, so I'm a bit adrift right now in my farming efforts. I'm not opposed to grass. I just don't plan on doing this much of it. And yet it seems like we keep getting pulled back into it. But what can you do? We're going to get a lot of bales on this thing. And I'm trying not to motion sickness you. You know I wouldn't do that, but we're chasing up these bales. So it is, today is Monday for me, Tuesday for you. Washington State DLC will be out, let's see, today is the 9th, today is the 10th. Today is the 10th, so Washington DLC will be out tomorrow. That is super cool. And I'll be recording it as soon as I can get it installed. And it doesn't take long. It should only be, I don't know, probably a gig or so. It won't take long to download. Not a complicated install. Steam does it all. And as soon as that is in, I will get started recording a video for you. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm so glad that I was able to preserve my profiles in both ATS and ETS. That is super cool. And, I joke about it. I say all the time, it's just driving trucks. What the hell's the difference? It's different. Somehow it is different. Doing the same work twice is different, even when it's fake work. Even when it's made up work. It's just different. So that is cool. Another big patch for Assetto Corsa Competizione this morning. And, it's only been, it's been about 12 days. We'll say a little bit less than 2 weeks. And there have been two, I would call them two major patches for Assetto Corsa Competizione. And it's gotten to the point where I almost feel sympathetic to Kunos. Initially, I was pretty pissed off. Hey, Kunos, what are you doing? But now, I'm somewhat sympathetic. And I think a big part of that is I saw that Paul Ricard's 6-hour race. And it's a Blancpain event. And there were Assetto Corsa Competizione banners everywhere around the track. All the cars had Assetto Corsa Competizione decals on them. We get 2 more in here? We do not. Okay, so let's go sell these, see how much we get, and we may, I'll tell you what, we'll sell one truckload, articulated truckload, then we'll come back and hop in our hook lift, and we'll sell one of those and see what's the difference in money that we get. So seeing all those banners and seeing all those decals on the cars and realizing how much money Blancpain and SRO have invested in the development of that game, and I don't know that, but I'm going to work with that as a theory. If Assetto Corsa Competizione is just one giant ad for the Blancpain series, and SRO and Blancpain paid for it, then they want their ad to run. They bought a commercial. They paid for the production of a commercial, and they want their commercial to be shown, and they want to get sales from it. That's life, man. That's commerce. That's business. So looking at it from that perspective, I feel like Kunos was, I wouldn't say forced. And again, I don't know any of this. I'm just speculating. I feel like Kunos was sort of, they had to release that game for the weekend of June 1st, and I don't know whether they wanted to or not, but it is what it is. They're getting it fixed, and it's a good sim. It's got a lot of bugs, got a lot of problems, but it's a good sim, and I think it's going to be a great game and a great sim when they finally get it all sorted out. I'm really looking forward to it. But in the meantime, you gotta kind of step your way through it, but you can have some fun with it. So that's what's going on there. MotoGP 19 is awesome. I definitely recommend that. No need to wait for a patch or a fix. It's good right now. Trying to think what else. Yeah, truck sims, farm sim. We're on our new maps. ACC, MotoGP 19. Yeah, that's it. We just got another month to wait for F1 2019. Looking forward to that. And beyond that, I don't know, man. I think that's, yeah. And you know what's funny? I have so many sims and so many games, and I wouldn't say that it's never enough, but I guess it's just part of where we are now as a culture, as gamers. I don't know. I don't want to go too geopolitical on you, but it just seems it seems funny to me to realize that for all the sims that we have, I wouldn't say that we're always looking for new ones, but the fact that there is always a new one sort of right around the corner, I don't know, man. It's like it adds something to gaming to know that there is that little surprise coming. You know? I don't know. I can tell you that ATS and ETS look fantastic in DX11. And I understand it's easy to, I wouldn't say hate on, but it's easy to wonder why SCS is just getting into DX11 when most machines are now supporting DX12 and DX13. You know, why are the truck sims still on DX9? Well, who knows why? Who knows why? So let me see, turn this off, and then we unload here. Yeah, those are loose now, so let's see. Let's see how big the trigger is here. Right. I think we got about 40 grand for those. You want to do a little... How do you want to do this? You just want to nudge it in there? Yeah, not super realistic, but you know what? Sometimes we're not super realistic. As long as the trailer doesn't roll up on it. Now we just had to nudge it. Beautiful. So we got 40,000 for that. That works. That works. And we've got probably 4 or 5 trailers. No, not 4 or 5. We've got 3 or 4 trailers. When all is said and done, say we've got 4. So that's 160,000. You know, grass just seems too easy sometimes, to the point where it does make me wonder, what would we ever do but grass? You make so much money from it. Let's just be grass farmers. But we're not going to do that. In fact, I am debating converting one of our grass fields, because the 2 fields to the west, to the north, to the west. Yeah, to the west, 27 to 28, because those are crop grass fields. We can turn those under and plant a cash crop in there. I'm thinking of soybeans maybe, or canola. I'm thinking, because I mean, I don't just want to do grass. In fact, we've got now, not a problem, but because we're doing grass work here, now I can't hop on Meadow Grove and do grass work again. So we need to kind of mix it up a little bit. Carefully. We need to kind of mix it up a little bit. God, that glare. I went with the steel finish for the trailer, and that is just, let me get a better angle here. That is awful. So we're not going to do grass work on Meadow Grove because we're doing grass work here. That's how much grass work there is to be done. And I believe, yeah, I just got done doing grass work on Holzer, although I did it off camera. But yeah, man, it's Grass Work Simulator 19. What can you do? Carefully turn in here. Carefully turn in here. There we go. So yeah, we'll take one hook lift trailer over, and then I guess we'll do a little mowing and a little raking and a little baling. And I think that'll be, I don't want to say just about it, but I'm still figuring out what to do on this map and still learning the map. It's a great map. I'm super pleased with the frame rate. I'm pleased with the level of detail, and it's a really well-balanced map. I'm definitely impressed. It's got to be one of the best UK-style maps for FS19 that I've seen. I mean, I guess this and Meadow Grove, maybe? I don't know. There have been some others. They weren't bad. They just weren't as good as these. I think these are fantastic maps. Yeah. Now, were there any more? Did we drive over there? I don't know if we did or not. Yeah, we did. We opened the gate, right? So we hop in here, and we go here. Those are all off. Okay. Right, and then we go here, and here, and here. And this is all part of that trailer that we just had hooked up, and this hook lift pallet that we have on here. These are both part of the Oh, I want to say Farmer Andy did it originally. I got it from the Moddingvelt website, but this is the old Flegel DPW auto load pack. It now, I believe, has a new name, but it's the same concept. Same concept, and it's fantastic. The idea of stacking this many bales, I have to tell you, does not appeal to me. I know people that love stacking bales, and I think it's awesome that they do. I mean, there's nothing, I'm not going to like call you out and say you're a bad person if you like stacking bales. Hell no, man. You do you. Whatever works for you works for me. But for me personally, I'm not a bale stacker. Not a bale stacker. When I had my joystick configured, I think I liked it a little bit more, but I had kind of an odd setup. I had my gamepad, because I'm so used to Farm Sim with the gamepad. I don't know that I could ever do it with wheel and pedals. But I think if you want to go with a joystick for your front loader or skid steer operations, it almost has to be with a wheel, because I keep both hands on my gamepad, obviously. And I feel like that just doesn't work to try to continually like take one hand off the gamepad to grab your joystick. I just don't know if that works. At least it doesn't work for me. So that was better, I think, as far as being able to control the front loader. It was definitely better with the joystick, because mine has the twist in it and it's got buttons all over it and everything. So that was cool, but I just never reconfigured it when I got 19 installed. Yeah, man, so many bales. So many bales. Nice thing is I think our loan is about 100,000 right now. We don't own a lot of equipment. We got a couple tractors and mowers, combine harvester, 2 trucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess we've got some equipment. It's not like we have none, but I don't know that we're going to need a whole lot for the time being. When we get all these bales sold, we will have enough we'll definitely have enough for a subsoiler and a seeder. We can rent that stuff too. We don't necessarily need to buy it. I don't know. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? I just feel unsettled on this map. I just feel like I don't know what I want to do next. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know. And it's not the map. I think it's me. Right. So right through here. We'll see what we get. I think we had 24 bales on the other one. And then on this one, it looks like 18. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Right out through here, carefully. Carefully. I think we just barely... It's like we got a little net coat on that car. We didn't actually touch it, but we got a little contact bump. So it goes. Mod contest is what, a month away? No, 2 months away. It's going to be the end of July. So we're, call it 7 weeks. It's close enough to 2 months. And I don't know what to expect. One of the reasons I don't know what to expect... Oh, geez. One of the reasons that I don't know what to expect... There we go. One of the reasons I don't know what to expect is I feel like the modding scene has really... I don't know. It just feels different for 19. I feel like there's not as many mods. There's not as many good mods. I'm curious if modders have stuck with FS19, moved on to cattle and crops, or just lost interest in farm sim altogether. And you see that a lot. You see it in the truck sim scene as well. I'm sure you see it in all sims and games that have a significant modding scene, but these are obviously the ones that I spend the most time in. But you do see a lot of people, how do I want to say this? You see a lot of people sort of walking away from the table and not always with the best feelings. You know what I mean? You see a lot of people saying, screw this, I'm done with it. I'm done with you. I'm done with this crowd. I'm done with this sim, whatever. I see that on the truck sim side quite a bit. And I know it's got to be frustrating making these things and having people like up your butt all the time. When's it going to be done? When's it going to be done? And knowing that you're doing it for free. And several things contribute to that. I have to say, I think, there we go. What did we get for that one? 24,000. Yeah, it's about right. I think the first thing that contributes to that is it's the internet. People can be a-holes on the internet because there's no consequences. You know, it's not like somebody's gonna, I don't know, punch you in the face. You know, you say things to people on the internet that you would never say to people in real life because they punch you in the face. So that's part of it. I think there's also a lot of kids involved in gaming, and kids, their brains aren't done yet. They say stupid things. But I see people saying outrageous things to modders and, you know, typing in all caps like, oh, you know, this doesn't work. And I can tell from the problem that they're having that it's a mod conflict. It's got nothing to do with the mod. It's got to do with the way that gamer has their mod folder set up, and yet they're typing in all caps at a mod maker who's done nothing but make them something awesome and give it to them for free. And they're essentially yelling at that mod maker, you know, this doesn't work. And it does work. It works fine for everybody but you because you've got a mod conflict. And yet people act out like that. So I can understand it when mod makers kind of walk away. And I think that's always going to be, you know, we're always going to have that. But it does seem like, it does seem like there is just a different mod scene for 19 than there was for 17. So I'm curious what the mod contest is going to look like. I've also seen a couple of, I call them pretty big mods drop lately. And it's made me wonder if those aren't things that, well, I know they could not ever be eligible for the mod contest, perhaps because they're made with pieces from another mod or whatever. But I've seen some good stuff drop lately. I've seen some mod contest quality stuff drop lately that for one reason or another, the modder chose not to put in the mod contest. And that makes me wonder. Everything makes me wonder. I'm a curious cat. Right. This is a meadowgrass field. This one right here is a meadowgrass field. And then over here, what do we got? We got 2 more bales here. And then field 27, there are a ton of bales in that one. That's the first one we were able to get fertilizer on. And it's crop grass. Ton of bales there. Right. So we open this gate because we'll need to get in here. Actually, we close this gate because we're going to be mowing. And I don't think you've seen this yet. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have a bit of a reveal here. You know I love a reveal. First episode, we got a Claas 800. This is our other tractor we're going to run on this map. I got a Klaus Zarian 4000 at, I want to say, about 410 horsepower. So, yeah, this is field 27. This is crop grass, and here's our rake. The rake we own, probably shouldn't have bought that, and there is a baler, and we rented that. And there's a little 800. Little, yeah, compared to the Zarian, that is little. Right, so we'll do a little mowing here. I don't know how we're doing on time. We may run long today. It happens. And we probably, because we took 2 trips over to the store to sell, we probably will not have time to rake and bale today. But you know what that looks like. So we'll do a little mowing with our... do a little mowing with our Zarion. You say Zarion, you say Exarion. I've heard both. Right. So we're going to back this up. Get as close as we can to the gate. Right about there. On. On. Down. Down. Put her in gear. Here we go. And I do want to back this speed down a little bit. quite that far. Not quite that far. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. So it's funny that we got a big M on Holzer map. It's justified. There is a ton of grass on that map. I mean, arguably that entire map is grass, other than the little field across the highway that we have canola in right now. That is the only arable crop we have on that entire map. So if we were going to have the big M anywhere, it would make sense to have it on Holzer map, and we do. Could we justify a big M here? Probably, if we kept all this grass going. If we turn these fields under and make them into arable fields, we don't need the big M for now. And I guess because we're just finishing up a grass harvest at the moment, we don't need the big M anyway, right? Because we won't be harvesting this grass again for a few episodes. But yeah, it's this is a big M worthy map. And I try to mix up the equipment, but having, oh God, can you see out there in the distance all the bales in that field? It's ridiculous. So much money. So we will try to have equipment that's different on this map, which means a big M and a big X. We just did that on Holzer map. I don't know if I want to do a big M and a big X on this map as well. Although, they're great. I love it. I stayed away from the big M for a while. I don't know why. It just seemed kind of hokey to me. And it could be because that they never really got one going for 17. Is that right? Yeah, I feel like there was one, but it was consistently broken. Was that the ARM modding Big M? I feel like there was one, but it always had problems. So for the entire life cycle of FS17, we never really had a working Big M. Maybe that's why I'm kind of sour on it. I don't know. But we got a working Big M now. It's too big. Even for a map that it fits, it's too big. And it's funny to hear me say that, because I'm always running equipment that's too big, right? I'm like right now I'm mowing with a Zarian, and I'm talking about that's too big. Oh, game, you make me silly. Right. Let's get a couple headlands cut in here. Give us a little room to turn, and this does have the four-wheel steering, so we can flip a pretty tight U-turn in this thing. It's not quite ZTR, but it's close. So we'll get a little headland cut, and we'll knock out this field, and then we'll call it. And we should be at or possibly just over 30 minutes. All right over there. I did configure. I'm out of. My gamepad is like chock full of commands. I got no more button combos left, but I did find one combo still available, and it's to lift and lower tools. But particularly with the mowers, what I find is it's by the time I get them lifted, I've already made my turn. So like we'll do it this way. So we lift. I said we lift. There we go. All right, and then we go back here, and then we do that. So I know I should lift all the time. I know, I'm trying to be realistic, but I don't always. Some things like that I wonder, because we talk about realism, but I wonder, like let's say Giants announces a patch, and from now on, in the patch, in Farm Sim, if you drive over mown grass with your mowers down, I don't know, you lose that crop or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. If you hit your grass twice with the mowers, you lose that grass. You got to be more careful now. I don't know, some scenario. I wonder how we'd feel about that. Would that be just the right amount of realism, or would that be too realistic? All right, and then we lift, and I think, yeah, we can. Go right back here, and then like so. Beautiful. So I'm guessing we get at least 160,000 euro, maybe a little bit more for this grass. That's not bad for noon on day one. You know, we'll have our loan paid off. We don't really need much more equipment. Just the subsoiler. We've got a fert spreader. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get some things installed. Like, I'd like to get our little slurry digestate facility installed. I don't know where to put that. I would prefer to put it. Did we not drop? There we go. No? I would like to put it at the animal dealer, but I don't think we own the animal dealer. What is going on? We're going to back up. We're going to lower. We have lowered. We're going to put her in gear. We're going to drive. There we go. I like to put that little slurry facility at the animal dealer. It makes sense to put it there, but I don't know if we own the animal dealer. I don't think we do. And there's not a lot of space in there anyway. So we got to figure out a place to put that. Once we do that, we can use our slurry spreader. Right, so we got that going. What else do we need? We need to place the DEF pump. We do own the fuel station, so no problem there. Oh, don't hit the tree. Don't hit the tree. We do own the fuel station, so no problem there. We can install the DEF pump down there, so that's a good thing. What else? I think that's about it for now. And we don't have a hard manure spreader, but we don't have any animals, so we don't have any manure. We can buy the manure by point, but same thing, where would we put it? You know, the place, to me, the place that makes the most sense is the animal dealer. But would we have room even if we did own it? All right, running our mower through the hedge. Not the best thing. Here, beautiful. I mean, this is a pretty big mower. It's not big M, but these butterfly mowers are pretty wide, so we're making quick work of this field. Yeah, I think in time, I think we could want to or need to get a big M, but for the moment, I think we're okay. And I think we should definitely flip one of these fields to arable crops. Maybe we'll do that next episode. Yeah, let's do that. I'll get all these bales sold off camera, and then when we come back next episode, we will be, I don't know, we'll start subsoiling and get this field going. This one or the other one. Right. What do we got? 2 more passes? 1 more? Now, at the moment, for what we own, as far as field 41 for arable crops, the field across the highway, I think we could do 6 meter or 9 meter in there. I don't think we would need a 12 meter planter, a 12 meter drill. But for some of these other fields, I think at least 9 meter, maybe 12 meter would be appropriate. And that's why I got this 400 horsepower tractor. I'm trying to like look forward and not own 6 tractors. I think we're only going to own 2, and so one of them I thought needs to be big horsepower for that big equipment. Right there, right there, beautiful. So yeah, man, I'm digging this farm. I'm really enjoying the frame rate, the level of detail, and the fact that it's a kind of a big, like, open, spread out map, and at the same time it's plenty tight. You know, it's got plenty of tight turns and tight lanes, and the yard is pretty tight. Oh, I'm super pleased. Right there. Right there. That's it. Right, I'll get this raked, baled, and sold. Next episode, we'll start with the subsoiler. There you go. There you go. All right. Lift those. Fold those. Where's a... Let's get this out of this field. We don't need to park it up, but let's at least move it someplace where it's not in the way. Set the brake. Right down here. And right through there. Love the four-wheel steering on tight maps. Fantastic. Let's hop out here. And I think this will be... Yeah. Is that a good thumbnail? Yeah. Yeah, it is. So turn this off. There's your thumbnail. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the Petervill map. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.